is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going to check out the video. What's good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. We're going to talk about Hasheem Thabeet trying to make a comeback in the NBA. This is a guy that never could really get his career going. This is a guy that has played and been pretty tough and pretty strong, and he was a guy that got drafted at number 2 in the NBA draft by the Memphis Grizzlies. But his career is a little random and a little weird because he could never really get quality minutes. He could never get on a court and contribute really at all. He never even got a season where he averaged 20 minutes or more. He is 32. He will be turning 33 in February. He is a legitimate 7 feet 3 inches. You can't teach height. You can't really teach athleticism. He's a guy that can take up space. He can give you quality minutes. He can give you solid rim protection. But when it comes to skill, he's not a great free throw shooter. He can't shoot the ball at all, and he doesn't really have a post game. So you're mainly going to be using him to set screens, rim run, and try to protect the rim to the best of his ability. But mainly throughout his career, even when he was young, he never really became nothing more than a backup center. Memphis drafted him knowing that he was going to have to develop and he was going to have to really work on his game. And he never really became nothing. They gave up on him very early in his career. So did Houston, so did Portland. He did play 2 back-to-back seasons with the Oklahoma City Thunder, which didn't really do anything for him because he was out of the league after his second season with the Thunder. He only played 23 games after that, 23 games with them, and after that he was out of the league. So his career is kind of random. For him to be a lottery pick, he's one of the biggest busts in NBA history, even though he's going to try to play this season or a season before. It's not really going to add up to really anything for him because he still isn't going to be able to resurrect his career. He still isn't going to be able to better his career because I don't really see him being nothing more than just a guy that's going to be your 9th or 10th man on your roster, or if you really need somebody with size and mobility at that center position and give them around 6 to 12 to 15 minutes, Hasheem Thabeet could be that guy. I just don't think Milwaukee is the place for him. They have enough bigs, and they like to have the ball. Like to have the floor spread out for Giannis. So I don't really think he's going to work for the Bucks. Also, he has to work out for the New York Knicks. They have a lot of guys that's tough. They got a lot of interior people, in my personal opinion. So him going to a team like the Knicks, he's not going to play over some of those bigs, including Mitchell Robinson. So I think he's just going to be that 9th, 10th, 11th guy on a roster. And if that's your career after being a number 2 pick, it's just kind of crazy how it ended up turning out. I didn't really like Hasheem Thabeet coming out of college, but you can't really deny that he had everything to be a great defensive player: the size, the length, the athleticism, the wingspan, and the mobility. He just wasn't able to add the skill and pan out the rest of his game. But I can't believe that I'm really reading articles about Hasheem Thabeet literally having workouts and having the opportunity to make an NBA team at age 32 since he's been out of the league, and he has been out of the league since 2013 to 2014, which is a long time ago. That's years of being out of the NBA consecutively. It ain't like he was in and out, in and out. He was out of the league for years, and now he's trying to make a comeback. So it kind of goes with the Anthony Bennett thing. People going to laugh about it. People not going to believe it until they see it. If he do make a roster, he's going to get probably a non-guaranteed contract, or at least a two-way contract where they can waive him anytime they want to. Once he doesn't work out or pan out, gives them flexibility to where they can have somebody that with size and they can use him whenever they feel like it. And if he just become a backup guy like we've seen to Oklahoma City, they can still have that size and depth when that opportunity does come. They already have that guy like Hasheem to be on their roster. Only problem is they have a lot of bigs that's still available. You have the Joakim Noahs and them that can be a little bit more versatile and bring a little bit more than Hasheem Thabeet can at this current time. I just thought it was pretty funny that Hasheem Thabeet might make an NBA roster, and it's one of the most random things that I've been told in the last couple of days, and I really want to see if he can do it because Hasheem Thabeet really is a bust, and it's crazy that at 32, missing all these consecutive years of not being in the NBA at all, and now you can make it to the NBA a couple years later. It really doesn't seem realistic or reality, but he might make it, and I think hopefully he learns some things and hopefully he can get a little bit more playing time so we can really see what he can do. I think when you look at his career, most of the time he played less than 15 minutes, even as a rookie, even as a guy that got picked up multiple times before he got let out the NBA. He never was able to get significant playing time, and it was partially because of his development. He never was able to improve or grow his game at all. And he was never able to take that next step as a player that can go from being off the bench to being a starter. And I think that those days are over. I don't think he's going to be starting anytime soon in the NBA. And I think that it's just about showing that you still can play at the highest level and make an NBA roster. There's a lot of guys right now that I thought would have been picked up that has the skill, that can shoot, that can rebound, and can do more than what Hasheem Thabeet can do. And if Hasheem Thabeet can beat those guys out and make a roster, it just shows you that he really is taking his craft serious again, and he really does want to end his career the right way, because to literally play nothing, no time at all with the Thunder and only play 23 games and you barely got any minutes, and then you're out of the NBA completely, um, it is not a good sign, especially because he missed so many years in a row. But if he can come back and have a strong 3 to 4 years of just being a reserve and really being a guy that people can depend on, I feel like one thing a lot of people say about Hasheem Thabeet is that he's a great teammate and he's a great guy. But that has nothing really to do with what happens on the court because he's never really there to play. But I really want to see how this is going to shake out for him. Can he really make the Knicks roster? Can he really make the Bucks roster? Can he make a team better? Can he really make and play valuable minutes in general? Because if you go to the Knicks, you still have Mitchell Robertson and a lot of young guys on that roster that want to prove themselves and using this opportunity to really make a name for themselves. Even the free agents that they picked up, they looking for a chance to earn more money, they looking for a chance to get more minutes, and they can do that in New York. And I can see the same thing happening for Hasheem Thabeet. The problem is he got a lot of people to beat to get those minutes and really have a significant role. And on the Bucks, I doubt he even play a game. And if he does, he's going to play about 5 to 10 minutes because they are loaded. They have one of the best benches, in my personal opinion, in the entire NBA, and they are my favorites right now in the Eastern Conference because no Kevin Durant, and on top of that, we don't really know what Boston is going to do, and we really don't know how Philly is really going to mesh and fit until we see it. So I only can go based off what I see and what's available to me right now, and I got to make logic of it. And right now, it seems to be you're going to two teams that really don't need a center, but he also can still make a roster and still try to make an impression and still try to show that he can compete and play at the highest level and still be an NBA player, which a lot of these guys, they turning down deals overseas because they rather take a non-guaranteed contract in the NBA to play at the highest level and still be on the roster than get the money from China or other countries overseas. So it shows you how much people really value playing and being in the NBA, because you usually see people take the money. You usually see people try to leave just for the money. But that's something that I really have to say that a lot of players have been doing. A lot of people have been taking a pay cut, taking less money, sacrificing a lot more. And a lot of a lot of players have been trying to stay in the NBA as long as possible, even if it's playing through the G League, which you really don't make that much money in the G League. But a lot of players are willing to do that just to have an opportunity to make the NBA roster, even if they don't get quality minutes. Hasheem Thabeet has never really got quality minutes since he has been in the NBA. I think the most minutes he ever got was about 13, 14 minutes, and that's basically nothing. But it showed you how raw and how undeveloped he was and how much of a risk it was to take him at number two, because he had the upside, but you had to be patient and really put the work in and really grind and really show him the game. All the teams that had him gave up on him. All the teams that had him really didn't believe in him. They really didn't feel like he would be able to do it, and that's why he's no longer in the NBA. And he is trying to make a comeback at age 32. He won't be 33 until February 16th, but at least he still hasn't gave up and he's still trying. And if he make a roster, it's very impressive because nobody in the world will expect Hasheem to really make an NBA roster again after being out for so long. But he actually has a chance to do that, and it just shows you that people do still, value talent. People still do value size in the NBA, even though we coming in more to a pace and space. Everybody wants to shoot. The big mans want to shoot. The big mans want to play on the perimeter. And Hasheem Thabeet cannot do those things right now. But he still has a chance to make an NBA roster. And he's working out for more teams than just the Knicks and the Bucks. So even if he doesn't get picked up by the Knicks or the Bucks, there's other teams that have shown interest in Hasheem Thabeet and are willing to work him out. So if he kills the workout and show that he can still be some type of NBA player, even if it's just average, then that's better than what a lot of people are doing right now. And a lot of people would prefer to be in the NBA than play overseas. We done seen a lot of players just literally take months and years out just to wait for another opportunity to work out and try to kill it so they can make a roster. So it is important to be an NBA player, and a lot of people haven't gave up. A lot of people haven't quit, and Hasheem Thabeet is one of them, and he has an opportunity. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think this is a joke? Do you think it's a game? Do you think he can make it? Do you think it'd be crazy if he make it? Do you think he's one of the biggest busts? Do you think he is the biggest bust? Do you think there's no point in him making it to the NBA because he's not going to play that much? He's not going to get that much time, and he's not going to really make that much of a difference. Whatever you feel about Hasheem Thabeet getting a contract or making a tryout or even potentially making it to the NBA, let me know in the comment section below. September 1st, and I want to start the What to Expect series. So I just wanted to talk about Hasheem Thabeet, and we get ready to start the What to Expect not too long from now. So let me know what you guys want to see, and I will get those videos made. Like this video, check out my older videos on my channel. I have many playlists. I break down rookies, I break down players, I break down summer league. I do cover the draft, and I got a mock draft up already. Not only that, I do podcasts, and I also talk about the game of basketball, whether it comes to summer league, free agency, trade deadline, buyouts, and also I cover top 10 discussions and stuff like that. So you like this type of video, you like the NBA, check out my older videos and my playlists. I enjoy making these videos. You guys enjoy watching.